That was fun. Just spent the last 5 or so minutes trying to get YouTube settings to listen. So anyway, I'm going to today show you what I do when I turn a couple of 2D images into a 3D image that I can work with. So working from these plans here, I'm going to turn them into something that looks like this place here. And I'm going to turn this place here and then overlay it on top of some photographs. We'll get to that a little bit later. Maybe not in this particular video. We'll see how we go. Anyway, so starting from the start, I basically get the PDFs, I put them into Sketchup, I arrange them, and I also do one thing here that is kind of checking off of the size of the scale and making sure that it is in fact what I'm expecting it to be. So this here, that dimension there says 2400, because you probably can't read it. So I just zoom in and put it in the middle of the blurry line, and then zoom in again and put it in the middle of the blurry line, and look at the dimensions in the length. And as you can see here, there we go. We should get into it. We've got 2376 from center of blurry line to center of blurry line, and it's supposed to be 2400. So it's very, very close to what it is that we want it to be. And for me, close enough is good enough in this. And as long as all of these images are the same size or very close to it, it's essentially going to mean I scale one line. All of the others, as long as they retain the same scale as the original drawing, will all match up and will all end up marrying to each other like they have over here. So I've got, this is just scene 2 that I just started extruding. So prior to me doing all this stuff, I just had a few things I just moved around. You can kind of see me do it in fast motion in reverse. Essentially I just drew these flat things, put them and lined them up to where they're supposed to be, so that essentially these drawings become a 3D puzzle that get drawn up, and then little bits get extended and pulled up, and then I've just had to realign it a little bit and put some extra bits and pieces on to make it look a little bit nicer, and there we go. It's starting to look like what it's going to look like, and this process here has taken me about 20 minutes to do these 4 drawings, to import it and to scale them to the right size, trace them all, and then put them on top of here. I've even done a little bit of detail on the windows by simply just tracing and extruding. So what I'm just going to do now is just individually pick a surface and make sure that the thing that's the feature of a particular front, like this chimney, which is visible from the front when you're looking at it this direction, we don't need it to be at the front of the building, because on the side elevation there is also this a little additional line here. This is this rectangle right there. That line is divided, basically saying that that's where the chimney starts on that part of the home. So I just need to select this front panel. I'm not going to call them panels, faces, whatever you want to call them, and then just get rid of the bits and pieces that we don't need to exist on this plane, because they are no longer there. Doing it this way is just, it's really, for me, it's just a bit more fun than doing it any other way. It's just kind of like a little bit of a challenge to make everything work. I'm kind of, what I'm going to be doing here is, oh no, hang on, what's this one attached to? It is attached there, okay. So this one is really not supposed to be here. So what I have to do is select all these faces, and then if I go to move this, it's going to be stuck to those because I literally didn't create groups for all this business. So I'm just going to on Mac press the Option key, and then if I hold Shift, it'll allow me just to move it just on that plane until it hits where it was supposed to be, as per projected from this part of the image. And then I can just go back here and delete these lines, either by pressing E and then rubbing over them, or I can just, there we go. So we're getting closer now, so I've got that line there. I'm going to move this one, just the bottom line, to match the floor level, because that's supposed to be bifolding doors, you know, because that's what everyone's doing these days. Alright, so this is the top of the roof. We really don't need those lines, and as long as it doesn't make anything else behind there disappear, we'll be fine. Now this is actually an opening, so delete that, and this is actually looking like a balustrade and something else. So this is the part to your right is the outdoor area that's mostly, well, mostly covered, and there's a little section that goes out beyond that. So I guess the other glaringly obvious thing we need to fix is this bit. The good part about having the faces all not attached just yet is that I can just grab a section and just pull it forward. So I can just highlight this whole middle section, all those bits there, and then move it back to, oops, I've also caught this bit back there, so that's fixed that problem. And press that M button again, do the same thing as I did before with the Option key, and it lets me just grab just that section and bring it to where it's supposed to be. And then because nothing else is in that plane, I'll just be able to just select this bit and see you later. It's all gone. So it's pretty easy to, essentially build a little house like this, where you've got, all four sides. It isn't not as easy as if you've got only one side, because you don't know what's the other one, and you're going to try and make it up, or it's just going to be replicated, and you're going to end up with something that's the same both sides. So what it's doing now is just selecting, oops, nothing essentially. Oops. Okay, now we're good. Just going to select this top section and just delete all that stuff. See you later. And then I'll just delete it back that way. And we've gotten rid of what we need to get rid of. These lines here just need to continue because they're a post. They're going to go to the floor because that's what posts do. And I'm just going to zoom in and draw it into existence. So then we've got a little post. Now I'm not not sure where the post is until I turn it around. I can see that's very obvious that that's just right at the very front edge of what they've got there. Like it looks, this home is actually designed to look like it's been cut in half. That's just a reference block I used before for rotating. That's gone now. So as you can see, I did a wonked out post on this side, so that's now fixed. This time I'll make, oops, no, maybe not this time. Okay, that's third time lucky. Is it fourth time lucky? Okay, yeah, be fourth time lucky. Okay, and then to the edge of that, and then the opposing side. And then I'm just going to push this, and I can essentially just cheat and go over here and go to that point there. So now we've got two of them that have been extruded to the correct thickness. Okay, and then I've got a floor here somewhere. That needs to exist. We'll call that a floor. And there will be people falling. What's going on? Maybe I've already got this drawn. Maybe, I don't know. Yes, I have already got it drawn. So I just recreated another line and fixed that little problem. And over here, this is a fireplace that's supposed to be an open fireplace. And the reason why I know that is because I've seen pictures of their dream of what they wanted this to look like. So we're just going to get a little rectangle and then draw that on their face. It's not going to be exact, but I don't care because it's not that important as to be right in the middle. Okay, man. God damn, I'm trying to struggle moving around today. That looks pretty good. I might move this a little bit to the right so it looks a little bit even, and then I'm just going to take this fillet tool and bump it out a bit. So look at this one, pull it out just the width of a half brick, which is 45 mil. Make it look a little bit half-like, and then just push that into its most of the way. And then this bit here, move that in here to in line with, come on you bugger, there then. Alright, so somebody wasn't behaving. Okay, we don't need that line anymore. Cool. What else are we going to be doing? I'm going to seal up this bit. So now we should have a fascia. Do it again. Okay, so there we go. I've got fascia running whole front side. Delete this big useless line. Okay, boom, 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 and then what? Make these walls, I guess. So push that into there, and then draw it again, I guess. Doesn't need to be there. I should just move this, copy it, and essentially paste it over there for the sake of being lazy, but whatever. Do right this time. And draw another rectangle over that one. That's a wall. Pull this one in to match that one. He's doing some weird stuff right now. Alright. Just gonna get rid of this bit because we've already got that extruded elsewhere. I'm gonna delete these lines and I'm going to look at this post here extruded on the other side. No, we don't. So I'm going to use I'm going to use the front face to extrude it. Extrude it to there. I thought I did that before. Apparently I was wrong. That's okay. We will learn. Then from here I steal this level just as a marker essentially, and I'll make this line here just floating, and this is going to be what I use a little bit later maybe, so at least I've got a level that I'm going to work to. Okay, so go up to there so you can't see it, and then use this little line again to hit this wall and make an intersection that I can grab and pull all the way along. Then oh, and also, oops, modify this. Oh no, it's not this one, is it? It's the side one. I've got to delete its wall on the front of the post. Ta-da. It's starting to look like a building. Doesn't have to look perfect. Get this maybe pulled up so it's halfway up here, and then I'll go back to this side and I'll just finish it off. And then just clean up a few of these extraneous lines. Not that they're going to show up in Photoshop, but it's always good to have things erased. Oh god. Sometimes Sketchup, you are my nemesis. You're right. So next thing I want to do, that I've made that little wall, I'm gonna clean the face. Oh god. Maybe I'm not going to clean the face until I finish the face. It's that little rectangle tool where I'm pressing R and then clicking over that and then just erasing what we don't want to have kept. So we're going to stack stone thingy. And then this is going to be there, and my computer is driving me goddamn insane. I'm going to shut this thing up. Yeah. Shut up. Thank you. Now I should be able to raise that line without the world imploding. I'm going to have to leave this one here because it's an isolated wall. It's not connected through the post or the floor. I would like to have that line as a divider for the floor. Okay, so then I'm going to go up to the roof section. Roof section is just going to be a matter of tracing where these lines intersect. I could, of course, use solid tools. If it were a solid, it might be, it might not be. I'm not going to waste my time trying, because by the time I've done it, I have just navigated my way around this, and I'm going to go through here and erase that. And here is my skylight, which I'm just going to click on once, press F and give it a 75 mil, because that's generally how most of these things are. Then just pull that up and 50 mil. And then I can just give this area here glass. We're going to do glass water, maybe? Glass and mirrors. Let's just give it like the most stodgiest blue. There we go. Look how terrible that looks. Okay. But the main thing is here we can tell that it's a different colour. Oops. Where are we going now? A couple more things to neaten up. I'm going to fix up this other side, give it a wall that comes out equal to the post. What? A post, hello, not the heck, it's okay, that's not on the plans. Pull that to here. And then just, I'm going to do the same thing. Oh no, I didn't go to this one. I've got an awesome cheat that I usually do on handrails. You can kind of see here that they're all connected. I'll show you what I mean. This one here, you'll see that they look like they're connected, but they're not quite connected. So I can just delete all the gaps in one click. When you do it this way, you literally have to go back and individually select each panel and painstakingly erase every one of them, which is, you know, by the way I'm explaining it, it's painful. I've also made this into a different group. God, anyway. Glad it's not a 200 meter long fence, otherwise this would be a long night. And I'm pretty sure I've managed to just completely fluff this up. Yeah. Alright, so then there's going to be a handrail up there at that height, but the looks of things is what I'm going to guess it's going to be. A nice big, thick ranch style dressing. Okay, get rid of that. This one, push it out to the same as this post again. This time it worked. Great. Sketchup love filling in lines so that we don't have to. Okay, I'm not gonna bore you to tears, but you know, here we are. Here we go. Ta-da! That's 136. How about we just go 75 mils? That's a bit more of a realistic banister. Because anything more than that, you're like, holy cow, man! You're like killing an entire forest for this. How many wood nymphs died to make your home? Like, you know, you don't want that. So, God damn, just go that way, and I'm just going to go 75 because that's how big the other one is. As you can see, we now have handrail, banister thing. Didn't have to sit there and go zip, 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 zip every single one of them because these were all attached. Savvy. Now I've got to do the same on this little section. Not too hard, just literally kind of rinse and repeat what I've got over here. And then this one, pull, rinse, repeat over there. And I'm going to get back to the front face. Actually, what is that distance? I don't even remember looking at it what it was. So from one side to the other side, it's 150. So this is a 150 banister, give or take. So we're just going to push this 150, and there's one handrail done. So I don't know if you can kind of tell from the terrible quality you're probably looking at and how jerky and jumpy it is, but there's definite gaps in between here, which means when I go to click and extrude, they should all be connected at the top end, which they're not. There you go, so I'll have to do this one. So it's either extrude one way or the other way, so I'm like, I'll just do it this way. Sorry everybody. Not that anyone's watching. Is anyone watching? there's one viewer, probably just a bot. So, hey bot. Just accidentally deleted something out of the roof from behind because I've got back edges on, which is like running the gauntlet on a project like this. If I was doing it, you know, I could just, you know, go to view and then edge style and then back edges, turn them off, and then I wouldn't be able to erase stuff in the background. But it does make it harder to see through walls and that sort of thing. So I get that, and it goes 75. And then, you know, to make it look nice, I can get that and then just chuck it across. And then I can push all this back in again by, you know, maybe 5 mils or maybe 10 mils, no, 15, so it makes it a bit more pronounced. How about that? So at least in the front edge it'll look a little bit more like it's supposed to. I'll take this one, I'll pull it out to 75 as well to make it look a little bit more grand. Yeah. I'll push that one out, I'll change this one, chase him back in to match the rest of his brothers. Nope. Somebody doesn't look like a brother. He's going to disappear now, isn't he, you butler? Oh no, just, yeah, do that. Let's do that. We'll just grow on a leg. Alright, there we go. Fixed my mistake. Alright. It's looking like a bit more like a house now. Let's keep working around this banister here. Pull that in that 150. And then do the same for these little monkey bars. Pull them in 75. And then I'll just follow this line around the edge and just go, yeah, well there's a line I have, I'm going to carry it through to here, and then I'm just going to push them in 15 mil. Do the same thing with the other handrail and pull it out 75. And then from the other end I'm going to pull it out to match this one, so it's out there, which should also be 75. And I'm going to leave it just like that because timber looks weird when you put a thing over it in Photoshop. So that's all we need to worry about right now. Until okay. I think I could just get rid of this little fellow. Can I? Or should I get rid of the post? I'll redo the post a little bit. Just like that. And now I can give both of those a different texture, and when you shoot it out of Photoshop it will go, ooh, that looks nice. Is that even a line? Is that? Weird. Just drawing a line there just to give it some definition. Not that it needs it. I'm going to go back to here and erase that one and also that one. Those lines weren't divided by this because that was in a different group. Okay, so we're getting warmer. Yeah, I'm going to do the same on the other side. Get that. Push it through 75. And push it back. What is 72? Definite theme of 75 and 150 in this particular build. Or design, it's not a build yet. I'm trying to do these drawings to send to somebody so they can give it to someone who's going to maybe buy the house and might see these plans and go, I like these. God, bollocks. And then once they see these plans, they'll go, yeah, I'll buy that house. I'll make those plans and I know exactly what's going to look like. Ruined the floor again, haven't I? I believe so. Oh, you ain't seen me, right? 3, 2, 1, you're back in the room. Okay. I've also got another thing that I'm going to pull into this. I have done a project very similar in one way, and the way that it is that it has bifold doors. I'm pretty sure it's a recent one that I've worked on. No, it's not there. Balls. Okay, so I'm going to go and grab it. 1 second, I'll open it up and I'll drop the thing in that I'm talking about. Talk amongst yourselves for a minute. Come on, computer. Oh, not that one, Jesus. Okay. And nothing I'm looking for is turning up. I can't find the bloody thing. Found it. Jeebus, finally. I must have clicked the wrong file 5 times. So what I'm just going to do is steal these. And finally drop them in. Somewhere that's going to sort of fit. Okay. Just, that was almost as quick as drawing them, to be honest. Okay, then get that, move that. Option key, duplicate. Make sure they're in the right spot. In the 3D space. Ground level, forward, backward, up, side down, side up. Okay. Come on, get to where you're supposed to be, fella. Not you, you. Might just leave. Yeah, there, that'll do me. I'm easily pleased. Alright, then get that there, and then we've kind of got this. I've gone to way more effort. So if you look at the original architect's drawings, I've gone to a lot more effort than the original architect has, because all the original architect has drawn for bifolds is this and this couple of stodgy like that. That's what they've done for their bifolds. So I've gone to a little bit more effort, I guess you could say, with regards to my drawing of these. The only thing I haven't done is make sure they're not too big. So I'm just selecting both of them, scaling the both of them, and now they're both the same correct size. I should also take this time to fix the bloody floor. So I'm just going to just get one of these lines and just drag it across. That might fix it. Might being the operative word. was not incredibly effective. Alright, fixed and finished all the same. I don't know what the hell's supposed to be over here, or why there's a void. Should go refer to the plans, hey? If only I had some plans. I should be able to just draw a line anyway here. Yep, there we go. Finishes the floor. Ta-da. Right, so looking very finished. Actually, I don't need to worry about deleting straight lines because we're going to go into Photoshop. Hooray! Let's play with the downstairs after I just have a double check if there's nothing supposed to be over there. I'll click on scene 1 and so that's just a void of something. That's a set. So yeah, I'm just going to carry back on with what I'm doing. You can't really do this so wrong that it's going to be wrong. Long jokes. Oh, you can do it very wrong. So I'm just going to divide this one. Pull it to there. No. Nope. Yep. Nope. Why is it not carrying that line down? Sometimes if it's 0.1 of a millimeter or 0.0001 of a millimeter out, it ain't going to do what you want it to do. And that was the case just then. Alright, so we've got that now, and this line, where do you belong to? You belong to this side. Not anymore, you don't. You don't belong to anyone. You're dead to me. I don't know why these windows are all off. Like, looks like I've done something. I've probably moved it. Let's check it out, what's on here. What is that? If I go over here and delete that, that is a sliding door, SD. And it's supposed to be... How am I going to do this? It's going to be... That's got to be 2200 from there, and that's got to be 175 from there. So 175, then yep, get 225. Let's check out what that is. Yep. What? They're the correct spacing apart. But that is doesn't. I don't know where the dividing bloody wall is, do I? I say everything that I've done, I've worked to this line here. Everything, as far as I know, unless they've got this. What cross section is this? Is there a cross section on that? It's not listed as a cross section. Damn it. If there was a cross section, I'll be able to know where the hell I was going back to. But just this imaginary dark line that seems to be old house, new house. Surely they couldn't have got it that wrong. Or have I got it that wrong? What's the bloody distance of that wall? 7461. Okay. So from here to there should be 7461. But it isn't. So if I go here, 7461. I did put the whole wall in the wrong position. Is that right? Have I completely muffed it? Yes, I have. The underfloor does have an underfloor. It's not an overhang, so that's. Yes, I don't always notice the big mistakes, do I? God damn. All right, so that's something I need to work on. I got that underside level incorrect, which is kind of cool because I now can just select all this crap. And actually just grab it all this way, and you know what? Should I I'll move all forward, which is actually lifting it up in its the way it's thinking that I draw it. Okay, so that's that, and then this wall here is fixed up to. I need to draw a line from that. This got no guide. Go back to here now. A line from there to that intersecting point. Now I can go back and erase this line, and then I should be able to now finish this. Finish him. And then erase that. So there's a bit of a fall in the land, or some such thing on this side. And it works a little bit better. Front face, please, and then erase that, please. Not that it matters, but you know, it matters. So those windows should be in the correct positions, unless I fluff that up somehow. Yep, no, they've put them both to the side. That's probably because there's a little walkway up there and whatever. Alright, so what I'm going to do now is, I don't know how big these stairs are, so let's just go there a meter, because that's, you know, a measurement. And I'm just going to do the stairs the old Navy way, just drawing the lines like you would in tech with a ruler and pencil. But doing it with a computer is much more forgiving and much quicker and much neater than I could ever draw with a pen. Doodly doodly do. Do that. I could have just extruded it, but sometimes doing things the old way is just a fun thing to do. Alright, and then I'm going to assume, because that's what a lot of this is about, is that there's going to be some kind of floor. And I'm just going to make it one of those really nice and easy to draw flat floors, not one of those convoluted bloody, like most underneath of most people's houses floors. And I'm just going to, whoop, don't push it. I'm going to, can I, no I can't. Balls. Now you know what? And what I'm going to say is, that's good enough for me. So what is this height here? I thought it was a 20. There we go. 2500. I thought it was 2400. Maybe because the slab's 100 mil. So lift that up. Nah, that's stupid. Alright. Move on. As everyone's shouting. Shut up and move on, you idiot. Alright. Lower floor is now looking a little bit more like it's going to, and we can almost be done with this. But before we do, I'm going to make these into groups so that they don't connect to the wall. Boxed in. Don't know what it's doing there. I just thought I'd just draw an incomplete wall and finish it myself, because sometimes you just gotta do things yourself. Push that back in to match the wall above if Sketchup ceases being a knob. And now that I've got these other objects in this group, I should be able to just grab them with a single click each and move them all. And this wall that I drew is friggin' crooked, isn't it? How crooked is it? Well, not heaps, but is it? Yeah, it's not enough to give a crap about for me, that's for sure. I'm going to use, I'm not going to use floor. Where's floor? Floor is green in this case, but usually is blue. Grab that edge and then grab the other side of it and then just move it until it snaps into position. So now it's dead flat. So both of these objects should now be dead flat. I should be able to grab this, pull it off a few mil. Said 15, let's make it 20 because no one's going to tell a 5 mil floating window or door. And now I'll grab the rest of this and pull it out to there. Alright. Actually, I'll pull it out to here and I'll grab this post. Is it a post? Is it a, no, it's not yet. 50. Is that possible? Yeah, let's do that. Now it should be a post. Here's a post. I'll grab the bottom of it, just pull it all the way out of the building. So that's going to be, I'm guessing, windows, and this one is a sliding door from what we looked at before. And now because it's its own grip, I need to jump into it a little bit further. Oh God, it's just a line. What's so hard about a line? Okay, there we go. And I'm going to fill this 45, grab this side, whoops, and go 45, and then just erase this middle. And then what I like to do is just pull that out like 35. A lot of them are 32 front to back, and then it's going to do the same sort of thing for the door, but I'm going to get this door and go the other way. 75. Grab the bottom and yank it up until it gets nice and close there, and then grab this door, put a 5mm to make it look like a bit more of a door, and then just chuck a circle on it somewhere. It is 15mm, therefore 30. Pull that out a little bit. Grab this flat face. Make a bit bigger. So that's 23, 40, 55. And then just pull this out. Another, yeah, 45 is good. And then if I just delete that line there, we've got yourselves a door handle. Grab that, put a little bit of a slope on it, and there you go. Got yourself a door handle, just a few seconds. Ta-da. Alright, and I'm going to do the same thing to this. Pull it out a little bit, make it get a lintel. If I do that, and then grab this bottom one and push it in. Move it in, sorry, not push it. What am I doing? Keep pressing the wrong damn button. Push in just a little bit. Oh. Come on, what are you doing with me? Hold shift, don't be a knob. Let's not do that, shall we? Sketchup. Yeah, I gotta pick a different angle. I'm just gonna do a different thing altogether. Grab that. Or I can just do the, you know what? There we go. Move it down 45mm. Done that one before. Okay, so we get that one, 45. Pull it out 15, 20mm. Again, push that in 10. And there we have sliding doors. And down here we've got windows. I've already done those before. And what's that distance? I'm making a mistake. Not that anyone's going to give a crap, but I will. So that's 55 and that's 30. So, oh, it's doing the old, great. Gonna pull from this side. Yep. Wait, it did it a second ago. Don't be like this. Oh god. So the problem with this is that in SketchUp all these things are on the same bloody plane, but they're not the exact same plane. So sometimes you have to literally draw the same exact shape over the top of the other shape, and it still won't go, yeah, I can extrude that. Like, why? So I can select as a freestanding thing. I'm going to move it off and then make sure it sits on the same plane and erases the other one. My guess is that it's having problems because of this little kink down here. If I put a line in there temporarily up to that corner, it should maybe fix our issues here. Could fix our issues here with regards to moving and replacing this. Yep. See what I did there? I just made a copy and slapped the copy on top of the same thing. There we go. So that's fixed it. And we've got 55. There's a few different ways to fix these problems. Just it's SketchUp being a finicky bastard. Alright. Maybe just because I got a Mac, you know, whatever. Okay. Grab that, make a copy, slap it on the surface, fix it again. So sometimes it fixes one thing and then it won't fix another one. So then you gotta find another way to fix it, which is just ridiculous. It should just work because, you know, it's a $1,000 program, but whatever. Alright, gonna go back here now and I should be able to erase that one line and we're not gonna have any fallout with these bloody windows. And because I've got this sort of thing over here already selected, I'm just gonna go through and paint these with a window color. Come on, man. Alright, boom, boom. Okay, now this doing some weird stuff here. You probably can't really see this. Maybe you can. As I'm rotating the view, they're flickering, and that's because there's two different things on the same surface, which is just straight up weird, as you might have guessed. Alright, so now I am going to have to take both of these and explode them so that they now exist on the same plane as the other things that were flickering a second ago. They're not flickering anymore because they were just those two separate things that were in the same exact place, and it didn't know which one to show you because they're both in the exact same space. So it's kind of sometimes showing you one, sometimes showing the other because they're both on the same plane. When you slam them both in the same place by exploding both of the things to land on top of each other, it goes, well, they're in the same place, so now they're the same object. And when it becomes the same object, it just takes on, if an attribute's there, like the attribute of glass, it goes, cool, I'll copy that attribute for glass and just carry that through. So that's what we're looking at here. Looks like slashless windows, they're nice and sexy, even though I'm guessing they're not going to be putting slashless windows in this place because they're selling it moving on. So I'm just going to do the same for this. I'm going to take it, explode it, and now it should be existing as a separate part within this, and I should be able to just paint them with glass colored paint. Yep, cool, whatever. Alright, now I'm going to go do the same to this little guy. Actually, explode first. Now I'm probably going to look from the inside and it will look like nothing because there is just void, but saying this is a trick because I know that the photograph I'm trying to put this on top of comes from this angle and I don't want it to show the picture behind or have to blur it out, so I'm just making that wall there to be a blank on the inside, just a faux wall from the outside. Faux, oh, I could go a good faux. Just had dinner though. Now why can't I erase this frickin' annoying line? Because I'm going to just go put the back edges back on again. I can then click through walls. So much quicker to delete and work with models with this little bit of slop like this one. This is very hack and slash compared to a more refined or finessed model that I would have drawn and actually cared about. So this job I'm getting paid nowhere near enough and someone wants me to do it in a hurry. So that's what you're looking at, is what someone does when they're doing a job, when someone asks them to do something, because this here, what I'm drawing apparently is a deck. This is a deck. If anyone asks, this entire thing, all of this, is a deck. So this is not a fucking deck. This is an entire fucking extension on a house. So all this here is what I'm drawing. So you can see all that is an extension, a fucking huge extension. And when they said to me on the phone what I was drawing for them, they called it a deck, not a fucking extension. I want you to show me what an extension is going to look like on my house. They said, I want to know what a deck's going to look on my house. How much is it going to cost? If you want me to draw a deck and add a deck to your house, it'll cost you $250, give or take. If you want me to draw this is a $750 project. And because it's an old friend, I'm going to do it. And I'm doing it fucking rushed and shit. But you'll still end up with, you know, a decent enough end product. Hopefully. Right, now I'm just going to go through and reverse a couple of faces, just so it looks a little bit more uniform for this next bit. Oh god. If I erase that, the whole... Yeah, it ain't worth it, and Photoshop's not going to know there's a line there. Okay, so that's about it, I think. Oh god, the floor's disappeared. Floor was lava. Alright, we'll just remedy that. And then as it does that, I'll remedy that problem. God, alright. One problem after the next, just like real life. Okay, thanks Sketchup. Just putting a little bit of a plinth on the front of this. Make it a little bit classy, you know, for my sake, no one else's. 35 off, 40, 45 off, you know, 45 off, whatever. There's no post in the corner of this one. Should I? Yes, I should. I'm going to grab that little square there and pull it down to floor level. And if anyone notices, I'll be very surprised because I don't care. Because the same thing on the other side, just there's a line between it. See? Thin this way, thick the other way. Anyway, that's pretty much it done. Once I am happy with this, I'm going to must be the front. Yes, it is. Deleted. Didn't accidentally delete the floor again, did I? No. Oops, not yet. Alright, so there's two floors and two different parts. So one floor is from this bit, and the other floor is from this bit. I click on this, that's separate. So that's front and top, and this one is bottom chimney, and then this one is this side, and this one is this side, and the floor and the roof, and then this one is just this side and nothing else, because that side is probably the most featureless. There is nothing on the roof, so nothing had to get brought across, and because you can't see anything else other than literally that side, I used the front face to push it forward, and I used this side to pull the chimney up the skylight. So unfortunately this little side here didn't get any real treatment or any care and attention, but what we're going to end up with is a nice looking Photoshop export. So I'm going to just save this now, and I'm going to do a trial before I putting any colour onto it. Or should I? Let's not waste my time. Let's just go paint through then. What colour is it going to be? He did send me some photographs. I'll have a quick look at the photograph and see what the photograph shows me. So it's going to be a timber sort of looking thing, stack stony looking thing. What colour is going to be? Look very brown. Yeah, so you've got brown. I've already got brown. Let's get brown. More brown. Let's go to Brown Town. So it's going to be basic colours and try and find a brown that's not disgusting. A little bit of wood looking. Can I find something that's a bit wood looking? Maybe like a... This is going to look vom. Ooh, look at that. That's disgusting. How about this brown? That's pretty gross. This brown, that's orange. And this brown, that's ochre. This cream. That disgusting. That's not even brown. Need more browns. Maybe just go to timber and just get wood. If I can just grab a wood colour, that might just do it for us. Texture to it. I'll see if that'll carry through to Photoshop and how it's going to look. It might look shocking. It might look, or I could always, you know, give it like a timber clad look. But I'm not going to get fancy pants. I'm just going to put colours on it because, yeah, you choose a thing and something. Oh, I don't have to go back and do this ever again. Like, this is a drawing. I haven't got time to piss fart around. Brown and brown. Maybe that's a bit too dark. So can I adjust that a little bit? Give it a little bit of adjustment, would you? A little bit lighter, less poo. A little bit less poo. Get more towards. That's very much more towards poo, isn't it? That's a bit better. There we go, that'll do it. Alright, so that's the kind of brown they've got on their house. And we're going to go with... How are we going to go about doing everything else? Alright, I don't know. Oops, not that one. If I just select the chimney, I can then go and grab some colours from stone. Is it going to be stone or tile? No, it's not going to be stone. It's going to be. I got some stack stony looking tiles. Nothing looks stack stony. We can do that. Looks gaudy. Ugh. Ooh, this is good. Look at this. Bumpy. Stone. Nope. I'm working with the standard stuff here as well. I'm not actually working on anything particularly attractive or special. Wait, that one. No, that looks like a retaining wall. Yeah, no, not there. I might actually, well, I think what I'm going to do now is just start exploding. Oh, yeah, I'm going to take this model, everything, all this stuff here, and I'm just going to duplicate it like back over here where the drawing is. Back over there, somewhere there. Sorry, there, right in the middle. Now this is a 3D drawing that was born from 2D drawings, and it's going to be very accurate. Well, accurate enough anyway. I'm just going to save this because Sketchup loves to crash when I explode things and re-explode things. So I'm just going to explode, or I could just select everything and just say explode, and then everything that's there will just explode and merge into one big mess. And then I'm going to go find some stray lines and fix them up and deal with the mess that it creates, if it's a real problem, which, because I'm doing a rush job, I don't really care. What this does make it easier for me to do is to paint individual parts of the model. And if there's other parts inside the model that are still unexploded, I'll be very surprised. So literally everything now is just a big wadding mass of bullcrap. So I should be able to delete this line here and nothing. Oh, it's got a perforated line. I've never seen that before. Just perforated itself. Very well done. Stupid program. Alright. Weird, man. I can delete these little dots. That's so strange. I've never seen that before. I've been working on Sketchup for 2,000 hours and I've never seen a model do this before. Very, very unusual. Don't delete that way. Always select the entire article from top left to bottom right, otherwise you'll be ending up in Strife. I don't even know why I'm erasing these lines, maybe just because, I mean, like I said, I've never seen a model with lines like this in it before. Anyway, okay, so anyone watching? No, didn't think so. Okay, so we're pretty much at what is looking like a place that you might want to visit. Just need to get some bloody stack stone looking crap. Can I use this? Sort of looks like that. That'll do me. That looks stack stony. At least looks more stack stony than anything else that I've seen, Tony. Alright, get that. Fill it in by, what's the width of a brick? 110. And then just grab this and push it down until I get it to about, I don't know, wherever. No one cares because no one's going to see it. And there you go. You've got a little house thing. And I'm going to put some timber cladding on the inside walls so it looks really nice and luxurious. I'll put the ceiling, make it all nice and timbery looking. What are we going to do? Is there a back wall? Don't think there is a back wall. Probably should do a back wall. Should give it a back wall. Alright. Pow pow, and here we go. Now I'm just tracing lines and hoping that they intersect and not in the wrong place, and my wishes are not coming true. Come on, you bastard. Line up. Nope. I really should have been doing that a little bit more accurately. Just gonna, yeah, fix that. Right. I'll give this a back wall to remember. Let's go across to there and then go straight up to who cares, and then from that height I should be able to go up to, oh, that's not going to work, is it? To the center of that, and then go straight up, and then from that point I'll go back down to this point. Now we've got one triangle. Should I select this on the flat and copy it? 90. Yes. Oh God. What's going on with my views? Right. Okay, and then this is easier to fix by just drawing lines straight down from those points to floor points, and from that point to back up in line with this point, and then just got to go from that point back down to this point. Right, we've got a triangle on our hands. Right. Yeah, I'm going to leave that there because I don't want everyone to see what's behind this, because it's just going to save me more Photoshop work. So I'm going to leave those two as two different colours, and I'm going to give one of them a bagging look. Synthetic surfaces, what can you see? Give it a bagged look. No. What about? There you go. That might be alright. That's a colour. And then this one here, I'm just going to go really dark with whatever this is. No? Yeah, maybe not dark enough. Darker still? No, that's not going to work. I just need to go plain colour, to go black. Super dark anyway, just so it looks like it's night time in there. But yes, there's something in there you can't see. Alright, I might just erase this top of that line. No, I can't do the top of that line. Oh, bollocks. These are on slightly different planes, is it? Is that the problem? I'm going to try and grab this point, move it down to here, grab this point, move it down to here. And I've got to leave those points points there. I might just push this back in a bit and then pull this one up to cover it. Yeah, that'll do it. And then I'll just move the little corner triangle piece so it makes everything back to the way it's supposed to be. Neat. That's just me being fastidious or painstakingly annoying to watch. Okay, so I'm gonna go with let's just go like a medium grey. Medium grey is so in right now. Let's just do everything medium grey. Handrails, everything's mid grey. Now I should be able to just select all this crap. Be like, hey man, I selected all this crap. Go grey. Except for not the way that most people want to go grey. Alright, now that there's no surfaces selected, I should be able to... there's a surface? Oh, there's a surface there. Unselect, unselect, unselect. Did I do the same the other side? No. Unselect, unselect. Oh gosh. Stop being messy. Right. That's probably also, yep, the reverse side. Okay. Now I should be able to just go grey. Go grey. Bang. Everything. You're all grey now. Yeah? Cool. Oh my god, what have I done here with a rail? It's turned into a spaghetti. Kind of cool design. Don't think that's what they wanted. I think they wanted, like, you know, timber maybe. Oh, let's give them timber maybe. There's timber maybe. That's not grey. So I'm just going to do this. And select camera, parallel projection. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then on 5, I've got this side on view that I can just go, hey, all this crap here, paint it. Just have to be looking at the face you want to paint, and then you got it all painted. So that surface here is also grey, I assume. It's just got the sun beating down on it, which is making it reflect in. Why is it not letting me select? Oh, okay, it's being a knob. Okay, but it will, like, if I paint it. What? No, no colours. Oh, you know what? Is it? I've got to reverse this face. No. What is this problem? Wow. So it is just being a butthead. It's like, you know, you can't pay me right now. Wait. Oh, now you can. Knob. Alright. I'm leaving in parallel projections because it's easier to select and paint stuff. Okay. It's just being quite obtuse. So can I paint it pink again? The pink seems to be like, oh no, you paint it pink, it goes bloody another colour. Right, whatever. It's just, I usually press escape and things deselect, but anyway. Not going to worry about that. Just going to change this little colour here so it's pink. Oh god, now I've got another colour. I've gone too bloody, I've gone the wrong grey, haven't I? I did. Why knob? No, that's too light. Oh, scheiße. Can't very well have a different bloody grey on one side to the other. Now roofing. Shouldn't be too difficult. I'll just grab this and go, there you go. It's got a terrible roof colour. Change it. No. Change it to a thatch roof. That'd be sexy. What about... No. I'm going to get a tile. So I've also got a tile. Any tile? Roof tiles? No. Metal. It's going to have to be colour bond. Hello. There we go. Colour bond. Okay, now that I've done all that crap, bring up, what's that distance there? What's that distance there? So 3.5 there, so 3500. And if I grab all of these lines, as long as they're complete lines, those two front ones there, I might be able to pull off a fix for being lazy at the beginning. Oh, I can't, no, bollocks. Well, I found in Sketchup you can draw and then move stuff now. Alright. Yeah, it's not gonna work that way. I'm gonna try and just grab this now and move it. Yeah, that'll cheat. 3.5 meters that way. And then if I chuck this on top of, well, another place. Perspective, please. When I put it on top of another picture, it'll look, you know, quote unquote real. I'm going to go back to the other colours and then flick to the greys and paint that grey. Okay. I really don't know why the tops of these just aren't painting. It's just beyond me today. I don't know why they're not painting. And then I go pink maybe. No, it's just not having it. Is it inside? Select that face and that face. I can paint the inside of it. Can I paint the outside? No. Come on, you fucking thing. It's so weird. This whole model's connected. Every line here is done. It's a surface. What the hell is the problem with painting it? don't get this. Just going to erase them and draw them again. See if that fixes it. Alright, if I push this face to match that face exactly, then redraw it and erase extraneous lines, replace lines with other bits. Clean a few more lines up. Give it a diagonal. See if that fixes our problem. Still doesn't fix the problem. I don't at all understand that. So let's keep trying to fix the problem. So I've got the other side run up level. I'm going to just erase a few bits here. Push this one to match that level. And then erase other extraneous bits I don't need. Run that down to the same level as this. What? Sometimes it annoys me. I press shift and it just goes, yeah, I'm not doing that. Okay, and this is where it's really handy having the ability to see back edges. Pull that little one out to, nope, pull this one out to there, and then erase that, and 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 then give this a diagonal as well. So now, thanks to back edges, I just did all that work and hopefully, nope, it's still being a butthead. Alright, reverse faces, unselect, reselect, B. I don't get that. Anyway, the Sketchup's done some weird crap today. I don't get it, I don't try and get it. Grab this face, pull it out to match this one, and then push the underside back up to match its neighbour so that it actually looks cohesive, and then pull this hopefully to match this, and then get this face to match this. And then I can erase the joining edges and make it all the one fucking colour. Alright. Okay, now it's looking like a house that someone has actually built rather than thrown together and patched back together with blue tack, if you know what that is. Okay, and then push that back there. Gonna erase that and that and that and that because why not? No one's going to care. That's a mess and a half. I'm just going to see how it comes out. I'm going to find that same disgusting colour. Can I match it this way? Nope, I can't. So if I just erase that line, it goes the wrong way. There we go. It's just the order in which lines are erased changes what colours go where. Of course. Okay. Just going to grab this. Frick, I'm going to grab this whole edge. This edge and move it. Like Dr. Alban, he likes to move it, move it. Move that, and then did I pull this out? I don't think I pulled it out, did I? I didn't actually get to the door. That's only 16 mil or something, 13 or whatever, doesn't matter. Get this, push it in a little, like what, to 25, 27 mil. No, that's good, 25, that was better. And then we'll paint it dark. Okay, maybe not the whole thing. We'll paint that. No, we'll paint it a little lighter and then do that one that same two-tone thing we're doing everywhere else. And then I have this. Oh god, it's being a knob here too. I do not get what's going on today. It's having a good old time, and I don't want to close it down and start it up again. But what's the point? I'm in the middle of a stream session. No, still not doing it. Still not having it. Okay, let me get. That's going to look like it's on fire, or someone's shooting a laser beam on that little ledge over here. I'm going to have to fix that in post. Alright. Nope, nope, nothing that's facing the sun is letting me paint it, which is just freaking bizarre. Good thing I don't need to do the floor. And now the inside is. Oh, everything's disappeared. I've lost all of that. Don't know what I did, but it's all gone. And people watching at home probably going, new knob end, have you even noticed? I'm going to have to go for... No, there was something else. There was landscaping and vegetation, I think it was, that I grabbed this from. Everything's disappeared. God damn. Alright, colours in model. Should be able to just splash all this crap back around again. So strange. Just make it look a little bit neater, James. So it covers a bit more. Should many light gaps now. Cool. This face has gone freaking. Wrong one. I'm going to do it again over here, because now nothing is in groups. I've just ruined this model and made it so much harder for myself to do any painting, especially when weird stuff like this is happening, and I've not been paying attention to the colours because I've been so focused on the freaking fact that this stupid, well, let's just make a fishbowl, this stupid thing here isn't doing what it's supposed to do. Oh, I can paint it clear. Okay, can I do it now? No, I can make anything. Oh, hey, it worked. It worked. It worked. Why wouldn't it work before? Nobody knows. Now it's just decided to work. Because sure, why not? FFS. Alright. Now let's just do the... I'm not going to see the floor, so I don't care about the floor. Alright, done. I'm going to save this again, and then I'm going to export this now as a 3D model that is an OBJ. So OBJs, what I use to throw into Photoshop. These are the settings that I use. Model units, export. I don't usually do too many changes unless it doesn't work at all. And then I'm going to go to 3D renders, house deck, apparently. Yeah, deck my ass. It's a fucking house. Everything gets spotted. Okay, fantastic. Alright, now I go to Photoshop. Photoshop. Where's my Photoshop? Photoshop. What do you have? Got Photoshop there? Nope. I'm just going to spend a minute. I'm going to try and find what I'm looking for. bloody thing just look. What are you doing wiggling around? Trying to find my face? You've probably been doing it the whole time and I've been looking. Oh, yeah. Alright, I'm going to have to add one in. So I'm going to add a window capture of a new thing called Photoshop. Add that as a source. Select the window, which is Adobe Photoshop. Show the window shadow because it looks a little bit sexier and it pulls it in a bit from the edges. Alright, now I'm going to go find these bloody pictures and drop them in. Alright, so I'm going to find the picture that I want to use. They're all shit. Every one of them. Shit. So this is what I was sent. A photograph of a plan, a photograph of a phone showing stuff on the thing. I've made it look a little bit like that. Not that you can see that, I'll show you. Dropped it in there. Whoop, shit. Not there, that's the thing. Yep, let's go with that. Nope, that's not what I want to show you. I actually wanted to show you the photo that I want to use, which is this one. Give it a sec. That one. Let's make sure it's showing up okay in Streamlabs. Yep, that's the one. So this is the photograph that I'm going to use. Here's the part where I usually go across and go to just looking at, so Command I, and then I pull up the info of the image so I can know exactly what the aperture is, the focal length, all that sort of stuff. So focal length is 4.3 millimeters, doesn't help me. F number 2.4 doesn't help me. Exposure doesn't help me. Metering doesn't help me. There's really nothing on there that helps me. Sometimes I have the lens, so I'll actually tell you the angle of the lens. The Samsung SMG960F. What is that? Is that right? G-960F. So that's what it is. So they're a $220 Australian, so $230 phone. You can buy one. That's what it is. So that's the camera. Then I'm going to go to camera specifications. I say camera, I should say phone. It doesn't show you 15 more rows. Let's look more tech specs just to see if I can find what the focal. Okay. So display, mobile, calling, camera. 26mm lens. That's what I need to find out. So it's a 26mm lens. With that information, that piece of shit Samsung that took this photograph is going to be making my job just a little bit easier, hopefully. So now I can go and grab this exported OBJ file and literally just drag and drop it onto Photoshop. It'll tell me you want to add it in units of measurement is millimeters and it's 0.1. This is the fun part. Sometimes it loads it, sometimes it crashes. I don't actually know what it's going to do every time. My computer has 128 gigs of RAM and right now it's got 35 left. So it's pretty full up. And it doesn't look like it's doing anything. Do I need to change to 3D mode? Because it usually does that automatically. Workspace, 3D. Nope, it's not done it. Maybe I didn't drop it on correctly. Let's try again. Okay. Do it now. Hello. Oh my god. I've done this hundreds of times. I've never done this. Today I feel... I'm trying to make a new file maybe. Make a picture that's 2048 by, let's go 4000 by, I don't know, 3200 something, just gonna be big. and then try and drop the picture of the deck on that. Done. And then try and drop the OBJ on top of that. No, still no. What about the MTL? Nope, can't open it. Is there something? Oh wait, maybe it is. No, it's not getting on there. I'll go back. Okay, so I'll go back to SketchUp. Let's go back to SketchUp. Move my fat head out of the way. So back in SketchUp, I'm going to export it again. Actually, before I do, I'm going to select this bit because I forgot there's a lot more crap in this particular model anyway. So now that I'm doing that, I'm going to export it again, 3D model again, helmets, deck, OBJ, and this time I'm just going to double check in current selection only. So before, I don't know what was selected, probably nothing, which means it wasn't going to export nothing. Now I'm replacing nothing with what this is. It's giving me a lot more information this time when it exported because it actually exported something. I'm going to guess that if I open up that older MTL OBJ, they'd both be empty. And now when I click on it, I can see that this is going to drop some truth bombs. I'm going to go back to this original photograph and try and work on it here because I missed a pretty critical stop. Now the millimeter thing says that it has actual data in there. We have what we need right here. I'm going to go back to Photoshop here and show you what I'm doing. Whoa, don't do that. Oh my goodness. Okay, don't do that. So this is kind of a fun part of making things work, and because, you know, the people giving me these pictures don't have a fucking clue what they're doing, it's easier. Oh, I'll just put it here. Not thinking that the fact that they're actually wanting to make this, most of what they've taken a photograph isn't there. So you need to take a photo of what's not there, not what is there, which is what I've taken a photo of. So I need them to take 10, 20 steps back and take another fucking photo, and I'll be able to put it in there. So that's tomorrow's job for them. Now I'm just going to go to 3D and I'm going to pick the current view. I'm going to change the millimeter lens to be the same as the camera, which is 26 millimeters. So now, actually, the depth of field doesn't got depth of field. That's good. It's just gonna got pictures or sense. What? 25 millimeters. What's there's camera and camera 2A. So 2A is 25. So it's either 25 or 26 millimeters. Thank goodness they're basically the same. Like whatever. Right. Now I can just roll this bad boy in, and it should be pretty close to being in keeping with what we should expect to see in the real world. But first I need to make sure these planes match, you know, and then I can bring it in. You're like, oh look, there it is. Doesn't line up because, you know, there's a fucking house there. Bring it closer. There is the house in the position you took a photo of that allowed me to, oh god, let me put it there. And this is all not working because it's all too fucking close now. I think I've fixed a little bit of it. Okay, so that's mesh 2. Let's just, yeah, let's group all these meshes because they are all one thing. Now they're going to work together, not separately. Thank you, meshes. So I'm going to try and move this. This photo can't work. You just can't. it's going to be closer and closer and closer until you literally can't see anything. So that's going to be like that, so it's got even closer. And a little bit bigger. And I'll say, there you go, you special idiots. That's what you want me to draw. And I've drawn it. So maybe rotate it so it's these lines all line up. Cool. Now where's the sun? Infinite light. So bring the sun over here. Maybe bring it down that way a little bit, get some sun on it. The same sort of light we got. And then I can just get this and render the bastard and walk away. And there you go. I've drawn all that stuff that nobody saw because this is the picture that I want me to basically say that there's going to be more stuff being put in front of it. This is the part that I like the most because the computer just keeps working and I keep charging while the computer keeps working. I don't have to do anything except for wait for the computer to finish doing what it does, and right now it's got, how long? Another 20 minutes to go. There's a really super basic render. It's just doing colours, nothing particularly special. I can see that the windows worked, but that little edge didn't work. And if I jump back to, if I go jump back to Sketchup, and we go zoom back in again, you can see what I exported. Clearly, was a fucking colour. When you go back to Photoshop, it's very white. So once it's rendered, I'm going to have to put a little mask over it and change the colour. I could even change this whole wall to match the same existing wall colour, but I'm not really going to bother, to be honest. It really feels like a waste of time. And I've also got back up here, there's different colours. Up in Photoshop, same colour. Alright, I'm going to stop that now because there is no point working on it anymore. Because I'm going to say this is the photo that you wanted. Just take 10 big steps back and I will keep working on it for you. Go to Window, Workspace Essentials, blah 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 blah, and we go back to channels. Oh no, not channels. Layers. You know, all the textures and base colors are all there. Export for web, and I'll show them like this is what you've given me and this is what you're going to get. Thanks for the picture. And it's going to be saved in the same directory it came from. That one, and then I'm going to call this the same I did there as deck 1. Too close. Right. Now I'm just going to go back in that directory, trying to find another picture that he's got. And maybe, if I can find one that isn't a photograph of someone else's phone, I can maybe use it. He's taken a whole bunch of photographs of the inside of the house. Super helpful. Right, and here's our next candidate. We take the same exact OBJ and drop it over the top. Yes, and then I'm going to do the same thing again. Now, yes, I could do this in the same image and just keep the camera settings and all that sort of bollocks, but it's me we're talking about. Do things the easy way. Alright, got to 26mm lens. Now I'm just going to try and rotate so that it looks like it's meant to be there, even though the fucking picture that I'm using is crooked. God damn it. Layer, this one, let's fix this fucking layer up. Hello. Okay. What the hell, man? This layer. Let's just copy it, make a new layer. Yeah, levels, that's what I wanted. Hold command, just had a Freudian slip. Get that one there. And we'll use the leveling tool, shall we? Do you even level, bro? Go to essentials. And crop, straighten. I'll pick a line that's up and down. And now it's fucking level. Yeah, fucking cockeyed idiot. I'm kidding. Right, there we go. Right, back to workspace of 3D. And this is all just, you know, I'm sure there's other ways of doing this, but this is how I do it sometimes. When I'm using a new login. And Huzel. Back to the 3D settings. Forward. That one. 3D. Hello. What the fuck just happened? How the shit does that even happen? What in the fuck just happened? I literally just double clicked on the layer here and it fucked off the original picture. Oh my god. He literally sent me fucking 3 pictures of the outside of this fucking place. All of them too fucking close. Fuck's sake, dude. Try dropping it again, then shall I? And then try fixing it again, then shall I? Rotate the bastard picture that same 2.5 degrees or whatever the shit it was. Make it a little bit straighter. Maybe I can continue on this way. Mesh, 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 mesh. And group. Oh, I really am doing it the fucking hard way. Yep. So I'm going to bin that one. Don't save it. Fuck it off. I don't know what the fuck I've done here. Can't change workspace when you're halfway through a thing. Can't workspace. What's going on? Selected layers, current path, file. What the shit, dude? I really don't know what's going on, mate. I've just lost what this shit is going on. Because I can't. I don't know what it's doing. I don't know how to fix what it's doing. Okay, let's just call the whole thing bollocks and don't save that. Don't save that and just, you know, start again. That's always a good way to do things. Fuck my Alright. Got everything back again, have we? I don't know. Let's try straightening this. Okay, now that's straight. I'll go back to File Explorer and then drop the deck back on the back of the house. Nicest goddamn deck I've ever seen, and there we go. I've got the camera back again. Don't know what I did that was different, but here we are. Okay, current view is 26 mil. Okay, and then I'm going to dolly this back towards us without an idea as to how big it needs to be until I can kind of start to get a feel for the scale of it all. Make these roof lines match up. Still needs to be closer. Of course, that old problem of, you know, she'll be right. I don't often say it because I know it always comes to bite me in the ass because I've got to be one of the unluckiest bastards around. But that floor that I put in, I'm gonna have to freaking erase it. No major problem though. Infinite light, select it, move the light over this side, you know, make it look like a bloody house with eaves or something. There's a random hole there. Awesome. Patch that up with freaking putty in a while. I'm gonna put it so that it does something over there, and these windows are also being a pain in the ass, and they are supposed to be a different colour. Right. And render. That is a bit crooked actually, now that I'm looking at it. Needs to be like that. That's better. I might just rotate it a little bit as well. Gonna change this to current view just to move that to align that to that. And maybe a slight rotation that way. Yeah, that's better. And then export that. How are we doing for time? So far. So far you're at 160 bucks. 161.25. 3 hours 17 minutes to do this. So far, 3 hours 17 minutes to get this far. To say, here's your images you've sent me. If you want a accurate to-scale drawing that is superimposed over the front of your images, looking like what you are thinking you want it to look like, think again. Because if you're taking a photograph of this house and it was to be exactly there to this place, this is what it would look like. The only other way I'm going to make anything look even half decent today is by doing the next one I do, which will be from the inside looking out. And that's going to be a crappy job to do as well, but I'll show you that in just a few seconds, so bear with me while this thing renders. I'm just going to do a really basic pass. Once it's done a few more blocks here and it looks a little bit less shit, I'm going to then export this as a PDF, a PNG. I think that's going to do. And then I take this and export as save for web. Okay, and spit it out. Yeah, crap, that looks okay. So get that, save it. Yeah, you're going to call it whatever the other one is. It's too close. I don't know what it is, so I don't really care. That one's too close. Done. Alright, now I'm going to try and see if I can hide that layer and add another layer. He took a bloody ton of photographs from inside. And let's try and see what this one looks like. Yep. Again, a little bit crooked, but we'll deal with that. I'm just going to drop this behind there, and now I'm just going to go back to this, and can we do an outside? No, we can't do an outside because I filled the back in. Alright, I'll go change it back to that position, and I'll undo what I just did essentially. Leave that there, and we'll start a new one. So I'm just going to drop this into Photoshop into a new image. I'm going to go back to Sketchup though, and in Sketchup I'm going to show you what I'm doing first of all. Go back to Sketchup and just erase this and this. Maybe not that. I'll leave the outside there. That'll be fine, maybe. We'll see. So now when I export it, you should be able to see the outside stuff through the windows, etc. So I'm just going to select this and then export it as a 3D model. It's an OBJ, call the same thing as I did before, but I'm going to put hyphen no bum. Alright, exporting that one. I'm going to go now to Photoshop, grab the no bum. There's no bum. Yeah, no bums there. Back in Photoshop now. I'm going to drag and drop this little flop to here. Bam. Thinking, and it's the right way around. Weirdly enough. Jokes. Okay, so that's what I'm doing now, is getting this to line up, and I literally have to use my imagination. And did I? No, I didn't delete the floor accidentally. Oh shit, it's been a little bit jumpy. And oh yes, camera. Let's go 3D, current view, 26. And then back to mesh. Group those little bad boys, keep them all together. And dolly in. And this is the fun part. I literally just have to guess now where it's going to look like it's going to end. Because what he's asking me to cover is literally on either side of the lens by a little bit of a margin. I'll try and get it a bit close like that, and then let's make it crooked like the picture. I probably should fix picture, not make my thing wrong and make it right. And there's no way of doing this other than changing the workspace or changing my thing. So to pinch, I'm just going to change between these, get to this, and then straighten using this. Okay, good enough for me, just like bananas. Alright. And then I go back to 3D workspace. Hopefully lets me keep editing it. Nope, it's done the same thing as before. I need to do it the other way around. I'm sure there's somebody, maybe one day he's going to watch this and go, "You're such a knob, you should have just blah blah blah." Yeah, but clearly I don't know what I'm doing. Alright, I'm just figuring it out, just talking my way as I do a thing. If I do the same like double click things, make that layer disappear again, because that's what happened before. I double clicked something and I went yeah, and just other thing like that, and then there is no undo for this. Like to press undo, nothing. It's just the most bizarre thing I've ever seen. I'm sure there's a reason for it somewhere. I'm going to try and grab one of these pictures. Maybe I'll grab a little bit further away. That might actually help me. Who knows? Let's chuck it under there. Adjustments, not brushing both trying to characters and cleanse those color both great. I actually don't know what you want me to actually draw here, mate. Like, this wall's going to get knocked down, so essentially you want me to... I'm a little confused, so... So if I drop this picture in to Photoshop here, and you want me to draw... I'm going to put the no bum thing on because who cares. OBG, not the MTL. Current view, 26. Oh, if I didn't know it was 26, it would be a guess. It would be a guess game. I'd just be literally guessing and guessing and guessing and guessing. And this is going to look... It's got to be bigger than that. It's all further away, maybe. Well, it's going to be bigger, but... Like, that's what I'm literally doing. Like, there you go, you've taken a photograph. That's where it is, from the front of the building. So I'm just going to export that and go, as you can see, you need to take 20 steps back. Alright, that'll do me. I'm going to take that and send it back to the customer and say, hello customer, please take more photographs. So that's pretty much me done. Thanks for listening to my TED talk. No one's